Trigger warning, you guys. This video contains content that may be triggering. Please proceed with caution. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I am a few days late in discussing this, but I've been out of town for a few days. My son had to have surgery at the Children's Hospital in New Orleans. So I just got back yesterday and I was trying to catch up on everything. And I come across some information about Josh Duggar. And we know his trial is set to begin very soon, November 30th. His trial will start for his charges that he was charged with April 2021, possessing and receiving CP, child porn. Now, the trial is right around the corner, and the prosecution has actually filed a motion requesting that Josh's past molestation scandal be used in the upcoming trial. Now, for anyone that is not familiar with what I'm talking about, it was revealed back in 2015 that Josh had molested 4 of his sisters and another young girl, and it started around 2002. At the time, he was a teen. Josh did admit to this. He admitted to his parents that he had sexually molested 4 of his sisters and then another female. He was never arrested for this. He was never charged for this, but he was sent to some sort of counseling of some sort that his parents sent him to. After word got out that this had happened, their show 19 Kids and Counting, it was canceled. And later on, his sisters, Jill, Jessa, Ginger, and Joanna, they came forward as his victims. The 5th victim never came forward publicly. Now, the state, they are wanting to use this information. They are wanting to use everything that happened in the past with that scandal, including the police reports, to show that Josh has a sexual interest in young girls, basically. And they also want to use this to inform the jury that the defendant has committed other acts of child molestation. Like, this is not the first situation with him when it, concerns young children and sexual acts related to young children. The prosecution argues that discussing Josh's previous molestation will establish that Josh has a propensity to commit the charged child sex offense. They also want to point out that Josh's victims during the situation that happened with his sisters were all minors, and that some of the girls at the time were around the same age as the victims depicted in the child sexual abuse material that Josh is accused of downloading or attempting to download on the devices that the special agents took up and had to look through. So basically they're saying, we need to use this in court. It'll show that this is not a first time situation. That back when he was a teen, that he was doing, that he was actually physically touching young girls. So it would show that he has a desire to touch young girls. So it won't be too far-fetched to think that he's downloading this type of material and watching it. Also, we need to let the jury know the age of these girls, because some of the girls that he did these things to, his sisters, were around the same age as the girls in the videos that he was downloading. I think it makes sense, you guys, and I'm no lawyer, so I don't know if it's going to be allowed or if it should be allowed, but I personally think that it should be allowed, that it would show that Josh has a history with, sexually not being able to control himself and doing something that he knows he's not supposed to do. Now, the legal documents that was filed for the prosecution state evidence of the defendant's sexual interest in minor girls, as shown through his prior molestation conduct, is especially probative in that it strongly demonstrates that it was the defendant who sought out and possessed the child pornography material at issue in this case, and that he did so intentionally. So they're basically saying, this will be evidence that they can use to show that Josh has a sexual interest in minors. And I guess maybe that it would even make more sense, with what happened before, to prove that it is him that downloaded this. Knowing what we know in the past, I think that's why so many of us that know about what happened, when we heard about this, it wasn't so far-fetched, because we're like, well, look what happened with his sisters, so I guess it kind of makes sense. If we never heard about what happened between Josh and his sisters, and the Ashley Madison situation never happened, and then all of a sudden he was charged with receiving and possessing, CP, I think it would be a lot more far-fetched for us to believe. But because we know about what happened when he was a teen and what he did to his sisters, and we know about the Ashley Madison situation, we can all very easily believe that he was receiving and watching CP. So I get why they want to bring that into court, right? Now, according to The Sun, Josh did respond to the motion, and he is demanding that the judge not allow the government or any of the witnesses to discuss this information. The response filed by Josh and his legal team reads, "There is no question the allegations at issue arise at a time when Duggar was a minor. And the allegations at issue in this case arise at a time when Duggar was in his 30s. Now, Josh also argued that in addition to the police report being unlawfully leaked, his conduct in that crime sheds no light on whether he knowingly received or possessed alleged child porn on 3 days in 2019, as the indictment alleges. Josh's legal team also filed a motion this week, and their motion is requesting that a statement that was made by Special Agent Gerald Faulkner about the child sexual abuse material allegedly found on Josh's device being some of the worst that he has ever seen. They want that banned from trial. They want that comment banned from trial and any talk of that statement being banned from trial. They don't want that in trial at all. Now, what they're talking about is May 2021, when Josh had his detention hearing, where they would figure out or not if he was going to get out and, stay somewhere before his trial, or if he would be held in custody until the trial began. At that detention hearing, the Special Agent Gerald Faulkner, he made a statement, and this is what he said. "All I can say is in the 11 years of doing this and the thousands and thousands of child pornography images and videos I've unfortunately had to see, the file found on Josh's device ranks in the top 5 of the worst I've ever had to examine." So Josh's defense team called the agent's comment his opinion, and they said that it's completely irrelevant, unfairly prejudicial, and constitutes improper opinion testimony. According to the team, the comment should not be admitted as it will mislead the jury and needlessly waste time. Now, like I've said already, I'm no lawyer. I don't know a lot about trials and what can be said and what can't be said, but I have heard this before, that you can't give your opinion in a trial. Like, they will bring specialists up to say certain things or whatever, but you can't just give your opinion on something like that. So that could possibly be thrown out if I know, what I think I know. I think that could be thrown out because it is his, well, I don't know. Would it be considered his opinion, you guys? He's been doing this for 11 years and he is saying that it is the worst of the worst. I don't know. I guess it kind of is his opinion. You guys leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. So the prosecution, they have filed a motion so that they can talk about the molestation scandal that happened between Josh, with Josh concerning his sisters back in 2015 was when the information all came out. They want to talk about that basically to show a pattern with Josh. Also, they want to be able to have the police reports and show the jury the police reports. They also want to talk about the girls' ages to show that some of his sisters are around the same age as the girls in the videos that he allegedly was watching on his devices. And now his side, they are filing motions to have that comment made by Special Agent Gerald Faulkner withheld, banned from court. You guys leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. The trial starts November 30th. And, I don't know if they're just going to be letting people go and sit and watch this trial. I would love to go and watch if that is the case. But if I can't, or whatever the case may be, I will be keeping up with it. And I will bring you guys updates as quickly as I possibly can. And if anything else happens before then, I will let you guys know. So if you're not subscribed to the channel yet and you want to keep up with this case, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button down below and make sure your post notifications are on so you are notified of each time I upload a new video. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye, everyone.